what I'll do is I'll do lingerie, but that quickly changed into being a topless model. Bend over and spread my arse cheeks in front of the camera. And was like, is that not your daughter? And like my tits like on the fucking page 3, and she was...
What's up, guys? Adrian here, IAmJadoreTV. We're back with the J'adoreCast. Well, yeah, we're back with the J'adoreCast. I had the J'adoreCast before, if you haven't seen it, but yeah, it's a revamp because I took like a year off since COVID. But yeah, here with Fiona. You've been in there before.
Yeah.
In Portugal. I think we did a live stream.
Yeah, we did.
It was a failed attempt. It was in the mountains
and
somewhere.
It was freezing.
Yeah, literally. No, it wasn't. No, okay, yeah. In the morning it was freezing. In the morning it was freezing. But yeah, I want to get into... I think it's like a first, like official podcast. The other was, I think I was like a conversation.
Yeah.
But...
This is a...
Yeah, like this is serious business
it's
now. That was YouTube in trial mode.
Yeah.
Now this is like proper stuff. But yeah, let's get into your story. Like, where did you grow up? Like, where did you start? Let's just say you're a model, right?
Right, so I am originally from a place in the north called like Cheshire. So it's right next to Manchester. Pretty much. Well, I've been in London now for about 5-6 years, but it feels a lot less. But I think I moved down here in like 2014, 2015.
Okay. When did we first shoot? It wasn't abroad, our first shoot.
No. We shot.
No, I shot here.
Yeah. Not in this apartment, was it?
Yeah, it was.
And then we went on holiday.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was here. Because you told me you just moved here.
Oh, right. Well, then, yeah.
Probably. Yeah, you just moved here because you said you lived in Chelsea before.
Yeah,
and I said, why did you move from Chelsea to Woolwich?
Yeah, I know.
I was like, do you know this?
Yeah.
You're Woolwich?
Gorgeous, girl.
Yeah, I was like, that was mad. But, okay, it's like, so what were you doing before modelling?
Before modelling. Right, so I was working at... Where was I working? I was working in a bar. We actually have them pretty much everywhere, situated in the UK. They're a franchise, Revolution. So they are like vodka bar, known for doing vodka shots. Started there as a waitress when I was like 18, when I was in college. And then worked my way up to like supervisor there. And then...
What's the time frame? What was that like time frame?
Ooh, I was there for 4 years. So, yeah, that was good. It was fun, you know. Obviously, I don't like drunk people, so I only worked in the daytime because they're just fucking annoying. And then I was studying like accountancy in college, and it's really funny how I actually got into this. I was working in Next, the clothing as well, and we were doing like a Christmas party, and I was such a tomboy. I'd never wear dresses or anything like. And I bought this really tight dress, bodycon dress from French Connection, a bandage dress. And we went out, and this guy came up to me, and he was like, "I've just started a lingerie brand." He was like, "Your figure's amazing. Take my card." And I literally looked at him and was like, "No, what a fucking joke. This is not me." And I literally threw it on the floor because I'm not doing it. And all the girls were like, "No, you should do it. You should do it." And then a few days later, I can't remember how it got back, but I don't know if one of the girls gave me the card or if he messaged me, and he was like, "Listen, I'm really serious about you doing this." He was like, "You could be a really good lingerie model." And I thought about it and was like, right, okay, well, if this is something that I'm going to think about doing, I better go and get like an agency. So I came down to London and I went for like 2 castings, and within like 2 days they both came back to me and was like, "Yeah, you've got it." And I was like, oh. So then I had to choose which one I wanted to go in. And then
who were they?
So it was Girl Management,
okay,
and Samantha Bond.
Okay.
The both of them. But I went with Girl. just because they had like a really good portfolio. They'd had Lucy Pinder, Emma Glover, like some really big like glamour girls. And I originally thought like, okay, what I'll do is I'll do lingerie, but that quickly changed into being a topless model, which obviously
That's what's funny because I feel like when we first did the Portugal one, and then because obviously I viewed on. I thought it was more like my parents' phone or whatever to see what my video looked like on someone else's feed. And then obviously there's other suggested videos of like Fiona. I was like, that's what I said to you, like, have you ever like YouTubed yourself? Because there's a lot of like behind the scenes stuff on there.
So I then I did like within like the first 2 months, like I got like some good publications for the Star, for the Sun, and it kind of was like whirlwinded really quickly. And obviously I think when you're younger and, you know, like fresh meat, like everyone was like, right, we want to shoot you. And then I did a few bits with Zoo magazine. So then when we did the Zoo shoot and stuff like that, they filmed a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and they obviously that went on the internet, and that is still there. People still send me these. And this was like over 10 years ago.
Because I was thinking, this looks so 2000s now. Like, what's going on? Like,
so at first my mum was like absolutely mortified because I got an internship with a really big accounting firm, and I turned it down because I was like, no mum, I'm going to be a model, and she was like, nope, it's not happening, and pretty much kicked me out when I was like 19. So I went and moved in with my best friend, and we lived together for 2 years, and I just kept travelling up and down London to do these shoots, and then realising how expensive train travel actually is. Like, it's like £200. Like, if I had to be at a shoot at 9, I'd have to be on a really early train, and I'd be like, I could fly to Jamaica with 100%. This money. Like,
I don't understand why to go to I've got loads of models in Manchester that I want to shoot with. I saw the train. I was like, the train ticket's £200.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And it's like twice as long. I was like, I can go to Malaga for £20.
Exactly.
And it's an hour and a half.
So then I came down one day and I was staying in an Airbnb because I think I must have been doing a shoot over the weekend. And I was like, right, I was in West Kensington, and I thought, right, I'm going to go and have a look at some properties. And next thing I know it, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll take it. And this estate agent was like, perfect. I just got completely like sucked in. And then I had to tell the restaurant, right, I'm going to move to London, but I didn't put it on Instagram. And then my manager was like, oh, I see that you're moving to London and you haven't told anybody. I was like, I haven't told anyone yet. Surprise. So they were like, it's fine. And then I got moved to like the flagship Revs in London, and then worked there for like 4 years. And then it was just a case of kind of modelling and then working, and eventually the modelling outweighed me working there. So now this is kind of all I focus on. They ring me. I'm still on the books. So like if they need me for emergencies, they'll ring me and say, Fee, can you do this shift or whatever? But yeah, it's really strange how I got into it. And you know what else is quite funny? So my mum's a Girl Guide leader, and obviously when I moved out and she kicked me out, we didn't speak for ages. And she was like wrapping fish and chips at one of her like Girl Guide leaders events, like they do. And a friend turned around and was like, is that not your daughter? And like my tits like on the fucking page 3, and she was mortified and ran off crying. So yeah, in her eyes, I failed her, but I don't regret
I couldn't imagine seeing my daughter.
Well, this is it.
Page 3, oh no.
And my dad messaged me on my 18th birthday saying, I can see from Google that you're doing very well with yourself. And I was like, oh shit, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I have a happy relationship with both of them now. It's just, I think they just wanted to make sure I was going down the correct path.
Because that's the way, because we both have daughters. It's like, and my daughter's 8 this year. She's very aware of what I do.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I was like, I can't even complain if she was being a model. Like, being a model, that's the thing. We'll get to that later. But yeah. So what do you? So because you said you're still in the books.
Yeah.
But like, it's not the main thing. So what's your main
source of income?
Yeah, like for modelling.
So now, obviously, it is very platform based. So when Zoo and all the lads' mags got taken off the shelves. There was a load.
Why did that happen as well, by the way?
Well,
is it just funding?
Feminism. Like, that is... And my mum actually went on that page 3 ban. Like, she went on the walk, the petition, which was scary, seeing as I was still living in our house at that point. So when that all got shut down, you've got all these girls that were making good money. Like, that was their career. It was their living. To them being like, right, do something else now.
Yeah.
So my friend, Beth, she clocked it straight away and was like, Fee, there's this platform. It's called OnlyFans. It's like a website.
What year was that?
Oh, wow. I don't know. I want to say...
The earliest I heard of it was like 2017.
I was going to say Beth was on it straight away. So I want to say 2018-ish. She was on it quite quick. And she was on it for quite a while. And she kept saying, Fee, you need to jump on this. And I don't know what it was. I was like, no, I'm not on it. And then eventually I was like, what have I got to lose? I'm not really doing anything else. And then I was like, shit, you can make good money off this. So we were like, not me, but she was definitely one of the OGs of OnlyFans. And that is why she has so many subscribers and she does so well. So yeah, she's smashed it.
So what was your like first month of OnlyFans, like paid wise compared to like now?
Right. Well, see, the thing is with OnlyFans, it fluctuates obviously because it's based on a subscription. You have to keep your audience engaged. So ideally, you need to be on that every single day.
See, that's the thing. I think that's a misconception. Wise, like I thought, right, because obviously in lockdown I got bored. I was like, I've been doing photography like a decade at this point. I'm just gonna put all that. I'm gonna make loads of money. Like I'm thinking, why would you subscribe to one girl? You can have
all of them.
All of them. Just subscribe to. My first month was sick. Second month and then third month, I was like, yeah, okay, this isn't. This is like it's not easy. Like people think, oh, just because you got a pretty face, oh, that's like, do you know what I mean? Like it's not. It's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah. So I know, like Beth dedicates minimum every single morning 1 hour to reply to all her messages. I'm really bad at that. I might leave it a week and I know it's bad and I need to kind of fix up on that. Because obviously they're quite overwhelming. You're getting all these, and what happens is you reply to one message, and then he'll reply straight away, and you're like, shit, right, okay, now you want to have a conversation with 50 people all at the same time. So it is really hard to kind of manage. But yeah, the first month when I was making money, I was like, shit, I'm making $2,000 here, easy. Like, wow, okay, this is way better than any other job, and I'm not doing anything, I'm not touching anyone, and obviously you can choose the levels of nudity. Well, you can pretty much do anything on there.
See, that's the thing though as well, because I know girls that started off, oh yeah, I just do lingerie, visit them 6 months later,
and they're doing a madness.
It's them and guys on there, maybe 2 guys, like, yeah, just lingerie, okay, cool. Exactly. I feel like it's like once you've tasted it, and then it's just like, because a lot of people say it's like once you've done one thing, people always want more.
Absolutely.
Because it's like Chloe I shoot with. Yeah. She does not OnlyFans or the sort. She's the most requested person on my like I do Patreon. Yeah. I'm like, bruh, do you see her doing that? Like, why are you asking?
Yeah, I ask, yeah. But it's true because I think like originally I would only ever get my boobs out, and now I'm doing videos where I'm like full stark naked. Now, obviously, I don't do any open leg with that kind of stuff. I don't have anything against it. So like girls that are making their peas, then go ahead. But it's crazy because what I said was my limit after so many requests and offers, like, right, well, I'll give you 150 quid if you give me a picture of your arsehole or something like that. And you're like, well, £150 for one picture. And you start thinking about these things and it's like, oh God. And so you really have to set up like a borderline of where you want to go and what your limitations are, really.
Yeah. So what was like the wildest request you've got?
I've had people asking me to bend over and spread my arse cheeks in front of the camera. I've had someone asking me if I could milk myself.
The blood of Jesus.
Yeah, I know. There's some crazy things on there. I don't know. A lot of people like tight feet. You know,
I don't get the feet. I really don't get this feet thing. You know, I can't stand feet.
pretty feet.
I can't stand feet. Me and feet. I can't do feet. But yeah. So what? So you said the first month was what, like two
$2,000. Yeah, and then I found.
And is that the only platform you're on? Like,
As a subscription base, yeah, like
Okay.
yeah. I used to do quite a lot of posts on Twitter, but now I just kind of use that to, if I'm bored, I'll just look at that for fun. Do you know what I mean? It makes me laugh. But ideally, yeah, Instagram and OnlyFans are really my two biggest platforms.
Instagram, and I'll start in subscriptions soon.
Yeah. Well, this is the whole point. So I think what they did.
But then I'm allowed, they definitely won't do nudity because they're really pointless.
Well, I got told that the reason why so many girls were getting shadow banned and their pictures were getting pulled down was because they were obviously promoting OnlyFans and they thought, no, we're going to make our own platform. And eventually, I think what they want is the OnlyFans girls to go over there. But I don't know, I could be wrong. But...
Yeah.
Obviously the guy's a fucking billionaire now and he's from Essex, do you know what I mean? He was just some young guy from Essex and thought, I'm going to make this platform, and he smashed it. So they've seen the potential. Obviously during lockdown no one was working, everyone was stuck inside, they were horny as fuck. So you've got guys paying for all the content, and you've got girls wanting to make money. There are girls on there that I know that would sniff their nose up at girls like us, and then next thing you know,
But I'm telling you, oh my,
link in bio, link in bio.
I saw these boohoo dress wearing girls. Like, I'm thinking, hold on a minute. I was like, what?
Yeah.
You? I was like, okay, yeah. Like, people do anything for money these days. You know?
mean, one of my friends, she from my work, she actually messaged me and was like, right, I want to make some money. She was like, I'm going to just do a feet one. And she made a foot one. And she's making $1,000 a month off that. Off feet pictures. So, yeah, I get it. And there's nothing wrong with it.
See, I think the only problem I have, you can't put your nose up to it and then you get in a desperate situation and then your morals go out the window.
Yeah.
Because for me, there's certain things I'll never do now or when I'm broke. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I don't know how really strong you thought about it in the first place.
Well, yeah, exactly. And then you just call them hypocrites.
Yeah. So it's like, what, from the first month to now, so what, is it the same or is it like a lot more?
Well, so this is where it gets not complicated. I need to be a bit tighter with how I do it, because some months I can make up to $7,000, but on average now, because I'm not on it as much, I probably average around 2.5 to 3. But this is literally me posting like one picture a month. It's so bad. And I know my New Year's resolution for 2022 was to focus back on it, because it is just easy money.
So if you came on the abroad shoot, you'd have so many pictures.
This is why I tend to go on holiday all the time. I'm like, right, quickly, let's get a nude. But I think the other thing is as well, you've got to definitely know your location. Like, I've been away and we've planned to do stuff, and then you can't because, you know, like... Example, like Dubai, OnlyFans is banned from there. There's like, unless you're really on like a nudist beach, like people are going to be staring at you, and you have to be confident enough to be like, right, I'm going to get my tatters out. So yeah, it's finding the locations and yeah, keeping up with it, I suppose, really.
So what's like the pros and cons of
OnlyFans?
Yeah.
So the pros,
or just doing that sort of industry in general.
Yeah, pros is obviously you are making a significant yield for very little. You don't have to do anything sexual, you don't have to touch anybody. You are literally, you set your goals, your limitations, and you can focus on that. The con is the fact that you have to be on it like all the time, and you have to keep your subscribers engaged. So whether that being you have some kind of themes going on, or the fact that, you know, after a while, think about it, if you're literally just selling pictures of your tits, how many pictures of your boobs and how many angles of your boobs can you do until people start getting bored? So I used to do like these cooking videos and like baking videos and getting naked, and they loved that. And I think maybe I should probably focus on that again.
So you're not on TikTok. So I've always told you to do a YouTube. Like, you do, there's loads of these TikTok girls, and then they go to start an OnlyFans, and it's like, because their TikTok's already big or they're big YouTubers, even if they do get bored, you got so much traffic, it doesn't matter.
And that's it really, isn't it? I don't know. You know, someone a really long time ago was like, Fee, I think you should do a YouTube channel, a bit like a sexy Nigella Lawson. They were like, I think you'd smash it. And I literally remember walking out thinking, what a fucking idiot. As if I'm gonna... And now I really regret it, because I think it would have done really well.
It still can though, because there's a lot of the TikTok big girls and YouTube girls that have stopped vlogging now.
Right, yeah.
Obviously, because like when people get comfortable, they're just like, oh, okay, I can't be bothered anymore. So it's like there's a gap.
Obviously, vlogging is a lot of work, isn't it? I mean,
it's not.
It's not. No.
It's, if you have your process, like for me, I already know how I'm gonna approach it. So when I vlog, and then I have all on my computer, I have all the stuff like that I need basically, like my YouTube intro, the thing that pops up says subscribe, and so it's all there. So all the thing is,
like, subscribe.
Yeah, like literally, like you just all you're doing is putting it together. See how you do a story and you might put things in a sequence.
On that way.
It's the exact same thing. Especially if you're talking to the camera as well, because the thing is, I do BTS, so it's like I voice over afterwards, post production. But if you're talking while you're vlogging, it's 10 times easier.
Okay.
Like it's 10 times easier.
I have to think about that then.
Yeah. Well, what advice would you give, like, someone wanting to start?
For newbies?
Yeah, and to be, like, aware of.
Right.
And what would you suggest doing it in the first place?
What? Who would I suggest?
Yeah, like, if there's a girl right now, she's asking for advice, like, what would you tell her? Like,
right, okay. I would say, obviously, because so many girls have started now, you need to do something niche. Like, you have to come with some clever ideas. There's some really, really... like well-paid girls, successful girls, and when I've gone and followed them, they are doing games, they're doing like prizes and things like that are keeping their audience engaged. Another thing is, I don't think you could just be, I don't know how to say this, I don't think you could just start it if you haven't got some kind of significant traffic coming in, because you have to promote it. So first of all, you've got these girls like, I'm going to do OnlyFans, but I don't want anybody to know. Okay, well then who's going to follow you, and how are they going to follow you? Where are they going to find you? So you either need to make a Twitter or you need to make an Instagram, and it needs to literally just be like, go and follow this page, go and follow me, and constantly like invest in your time to promote yourself, because that is the only way that you can get these subs. Otherwise, for me, I don't understand how you're going to make any money.
Someone said that to me the other day, like, oh yeah, but I don't show my face. I was like, okay, hold tight, you. Like, good luck with that one.
All right. I mean, yeah, I don't know. And live shows and stuff like that, these are all great. Getting other girls, like big OnlyFans girls, to do a collab, but obviously then it needs to be beneficial for them. So if you're a newbie, then what are you bringing to the table? Do you know what I mean? So what else? I think
nothing to be aware of, look out for.
I mean, you have
any dangers of doing it?
You have to be thick-skinned, definitely. I mean, you can get people saying like, this isn't good enough, I want my money back. Literally
money back.
I was like, right, okay. I've literally had, in the whole time I've had OnlyFans, literally last week, I had someone message me on Instagram like, I paid $15 for your subscription and you've only posted 8 times. And I was like, okay. So I was like, give me your PayPal, I'm going to send you the money back. Because I just thought, oh, shut up. Like, and you can't please everybody. Yeah. And the other thing that I've noticed is someone sent me a link last week and someone has leaked 450 videos of my OnlyFans onto the that's pretty much nearly my whole content that I've ever done. Well, not all of it, but yeah, there's a lot. And someone's posted it online and you can just buy it as a package. Mad. So that for me is fucking annoying because you know that's my money that I should be making.
So how do you combat that? Like, is there any bodies out there that can
take it down? Yeah. There are companies that work with taking like illegal content and stuff down, but you've got to pay, and it can be really expensive. The thing is, everyone knows by now, if something's on the internet, it's there for life. It's very, very difficult to get it taken down, and that's another thing. New girls that are doing this, you've got to remember that this is you. So whatever choices that you make now, they could come back in 10 years' time.
Yeah, I'm clipping this, I'm putting this on there. Because it happens to photographers all the flipping time. Like, oh, my boyfriend. We don't care about your boyfriend.
Yeah,
like, we don't care.
Like,
You came up with this idea. Sometimes they approach us to do it, and they're like, oh, don't post. Literally, the last shoot we had here, one of the girls was like, oh, can you not post this? I was like, it's your idea. Like, so we just wasted our time, the photographers that spent time editing it, and it's like, oh, can we not post that? So,
exactly. So this is it. Like, just decide what you're doing and stick with it, and then there's no backing out, pretty much.
Yeah. Other than that, it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one. OnlyFans, like, that whole industry is it's very like mainstream though now.
Yeah, I mean,
like, but when it's funny because lockdown, it was a bit like, the thing is, lockdown was only, well, actually no, lockdown's been a long time. It's 2 years.
Yeah,
I keep thinking like it's just yesterday, but it feels like it. But yeah, the beginning of lockdown, it was still very hush thing.
It wasn't until like end of the first lockdown where you just like, fucking hell, everyone's jumping on it.
Yeah,
but
like 2020, I think it was like, okay, it's mainstream.
But then now you've got people like Beyonce talking about OnlyFans in her music videos and stuff like that in her songs. So, you know, who else has got one? The rapper
Tiger.
Yep.
Yeah.
He does amazing on his.
Yeah.
Like, I know there's other models that are making nearly £30,000 off like posting pictures because they've got so many followers. Like, it's crazy. So yeah, it's definitely more accepted.
What do you prefer, like the magazine days or like now?
Oh, it's difficult, really. It was nice to be like going into a shop and picking up something and be like, look, there's me. And I saved them all. But then I dropped water all over them. So they're now pretty much decrepit. But yeah, it was nice keeping those like keepsakes and thinking like, yeah, this is me. Like, I was a model, I was in this. And that was nice. But money-wise, definitely now you are in control of your own content. If you know, you don't get to pick the pictures that they put in the magazines either. You get to look at them, you get to edit them, you get to pick them, and then you're like, right, this is me, this is how I want to be portrayed. And not just that, a lot of these newspapers and magazines, they put all these corny lines, like headlines, that make you something that you are not, like. And I feel like you can be yourself on your own.
I remember there was a girl I know I shoot with. They put a different name.
Yeah. They called me like Lacey Summer for a bit, and my mum was like, "You sound like a porn star," and I was like, "Okay, I'll just go to Fiona S." It was just so easy. But now, yeah, just FionaGirlSoho. That is like literally like my patent name. Put it everywhere now. So,
like, in terms of like, let's talk like photo shoot wise, because you don't shoot with many photographers.
No,
like, why is that?
I like to be quite picky now. I get a lot of requests from new photographers, and the thing is, I feel like because my time is quite limited, I need to make sure that my pictures are coming back and I'm going to be really happy with them. So I have a very small select few that I will shoot with. And that is because you've got to trust them, and you also need to make sure that, I don't know, that you're both getting something out of it that is worthy. So yeah, I think I have about 4 people that I would probably, and the thing is, I'm friends with them all now because you shoot with them for that long, like it's good. But yeah, new photographers, you never know what's going to happen either. Like, you don't know whether you're going to like them as a person. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because I feel like most people I shoot with are just like, I don't class as a photo shoot, so like, it starts to catch up. It's literally just like a catch up, and then we get some photos out of it.
I'm going to have a drink, and we're going to get a bit lit, and then you're going to take some photos of me, and we'll have a chat, and then next thing it's a wrap, and we're over, and we've both got some great
I feel like that's my issue though, because then I'm very selective anyway. And then on top of it, I don't like people in my space, so I have to like you to be at work or not. It doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. So it's like I have trouble like finding new regular models, if that makes sense. So it's like I end up just going, okay, forget. I'll stick to the same five.
Yeah. On repeat, on a roll.
Have you had any like creepy photographer situations?
We're back.
See, I mean, these mirrorless, they don't continue recording. But yeah, where were we?
About trusting photographers.
Yeah, weird experience. Have you any?
Oh, have I had any bad experiences?
Yeah, I was saying I saved her from one just before recording.
I think you've just got to. I don't know. I have had ones where I've been and I was quite new to this. Okay, my first ever shoot, okay? I remember the photographer was like, right, take your knickers off. And I was like, what? He was like, take your knickers off. I was like, for what reason? He was like, no, we're going to do implied. He was like, I'm not going to see anything. And I was like really nervous, but that wasn't creepy. But obviously, for someone to be like, take your knickers off, that was like, oh my God, what do you mean? Like, what are you going to do to me? But no, that was fine. That was great. Then I've been on another photo shoot where we've stopped and I was meant to be leaving and they've been like, no, do you really want to leave?
Oh,
yeah, and I'm like, no, I do. I need to go. But yeah, I've not had any like really bad experience or no one's like sexually assaulted me or anything like that. Obviously, I've got lad photographers that will banter like, oh, cheeky and stuff like that, but nothing that's gotten like over the line.
Because I think it's rife. Like, now obviously you're selective and obviously you started OnlyFans and stuff, so you didn't really need to.
Yeah.
But it's like there's a lot of girls that have like,
yeah,
you know what I mean, even very recently, like of situations I've told off camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't even like.
Well, it's shocking, really, isn't it, to know that. I remember working with this one guy, and he was great. And then I later found out that he was like sexually assaulting models. I can't even remember his name because it was that long ago. But he was a good photographer, and he got me in the sun like twice.
There was one that his work was so sick. But then I found out, there was like, he's actually been done for like, and he stopped. I don't know if he's under another name, but
well, I think Terry Richardson, the big
he's
had quite a few allegations.
Yeah, like from like Swizz Beatz, his wife. What's that name? Alicia Keys.
Oh really?
Yeah, like Alicia Keys, Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, I know he's had quite a few like, but yeah, and that's it, isn't it? You know it's. You can't even say like it's the girl's fault because it's definitely not. Like they need to know their boundaries and they need to put their hands.
But do you know it is as well? I think a lot more need to do research. There's some that don't. Cause even my mum asked me like a year ago. She's like, "When you're doing all these shoots, do these girls not or come with someone?" And I literally had to think about it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, they actually just don't like. Not the girls that have never met me before.
And you have
just
no
turn
idea.
up.
Well, this is it. I remember reading something on Instagram about this girl, and she had this really bad experience with this photographer, and he said something like, if you tell on me, I'm going to post all these pictures of your vagina online. And I was like, what the fuck am I reading here? And it's weird though, because like you said, we don't know if these guys are DBS checked. Like, you are literally just going off their word and that they're going to be professional.
Yeah. But then that's the thing, because it's like, there's models I've never met me. When my mum said that, I was like, I can count on one hand that a girl's come with someone in a decade and I shoot how many times a week.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like...
But that's it though, isn't it?
Because it's like they see images, it's like, that's what they go off.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, I don't know if like, you need to be a bit more vigilant and DMing models that are on their page. And a lot of us, because I see some photographers like that might like my work, I might go on their page, like smaller photographers, whatever, and they don't tag models and stuff like that, and they don't show this. So I'm like, that's sketchy to me, because it's like,
why?
Yeah.
Why? Where's
like,
the credit?
Yeah, like, why have you not tagged the model? Because I would be like to other models to DM the models that are on that person's page and ask them what they're like or whatever the case may be. But some just go off their page. Like for me as a photographer, I have a big platform. most people would just trust me. I know I'm not a weirdo.
No, I know,
it doesn't
I know.
cross my mind, did it? Because I'm just
Telling
thinking,
you
oh,
something here
do
and
you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't cross my mind, but it's obviously people just turn up. Like, do you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose really that is about the model's safety, and they need to be doing their due diligence on the photographers, because you're right. Say like it's just a one-on-one shoot, you don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, if there's loads of girls, usually you'd think you're quite safe, but you don't know. You could be verbally abused or anything really. So yeah, luckily, touch wood, I've been fine. The only bad experience I had was I remember I did a leapfrog over my photographer's head and smashed my face on concrete.
Wow.
And then we were in Bali, and for the rest of the photo shoot I had this black eye.
Wow.
Yeah, so those second lot of photos didn't come out as planned, but yeah, other than that I've never really had a bad time.
That's fair. I don't even know. I don't even know what to suggest as like a solution to it, because
I don't know really. Yeah, I suppose it is just put in something like, "Hi guys, has anyone worked with this person?" And then, you know. But
then on top of that, there's some who have mad allegations. Models still go to these photographers I feel like as long as they shoot if they're half decent and they can press a shutter button, then they're for free. Girls will just like turn a blind eye because they're getting free photos.
Yeah, well then that's shame on them.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard to feel sorry when you've heard these allegations.
It's like the boy cry wolf, isn't it? Really?
Do you know what I mean? And then this happened to me. I was like, well, yeah.
Do you not know?
Do you know what I mean? So it's like I don't know. It's a weird one.
You can't be walking into situations that you already know people have had bad experiences.
And that's why London's very small. It's not like we're in America where you can just change state and no one knows you. Like,
exactly.
The UK is tiny. Like up and down the country, like there's very few. Especially, I do a lot of like the glamour stuff that are decent.
Yeah,
there's very few.
Yeah, exactly. And that's it. If if you're good at this, you have a name for yourself. Yeah. Everybody knows who you are. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So.
But
no, I don't know. Yeah, girls just need to be on the ball, I think, a little bit.
Would you, what's your best shoot experience?
We took some great shots in Portugal.
Yeah.
We did take some, even though it was free.
I was right.
I don't know. I don't necessarily think I've got, like, a best shoot, because all my shoots look different, because obviously I change my hair all the time and I change weight all the time. So every shoot that I do is very, very different to the last. But no, I don't know. I don't have a best one. I'm trying to think. Enough. Do I? No, not really.
Okay, I'll just quit then, guys.
No, I said Portugal was great. I've had some great photos. No, do you know what was great? The photo of me here in that mirror. Oh, yeah, that is probably one of my favourite shots.
That was a legendary picture.
Me sat out naked on the balcony.
Yeah, that was my first.
You can tag these photos in on this.
No, that was like my first picture. I was like under 10k, but we got like over 1,000.
Yeah, it was so good. They were really good. It's a shame though, because I can't post them anywhere because my tits are out.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I'll probably get taken down on mine now, but it's still up. If you scroll all the way, down, it's up there. It's up there somewhere. But would you change anything?
I wish I'd focused it more than the restaurant when I was younger. So when I was like 18 and it was a time for me to blow, I was like, no, I can't do this. I can't do this. Oh, I'm going to work today. I'm going to work at the restaurant. And there were so many trips that I missed out on, so many opportunities that I was like, no, I treated it as a hobby and not as a career, because I was so certain that I was going to be a restaurant manager for the rest of my life. And then obviously when I started to take it a bit more seriously, I was like, Jesus, I could have been making this kind of money a long time ago. So that's my only regret, really, that I didn't realise sooner.
Fair enough. That's funny. I feel that's like me as well, though.
Yeah.
I think I realised put full for like if I had, especially when I got funding from uni, like I went to uni in London and they paid me like how like all my tuition fees as if I was like staying outside of London. I was like, I wish I put that money into photography at the
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
because I would have been, the gear I would have had, oh my goodness. And that just went on takeaways and Just Eat or something other than that. But yeah, well, anything you got coming up?
So, going to the Maldives in March.
Madness.
Yeah, never been there. Quite excited. So I'm sure.
Do you need a photographer?
Yeah. So, well, I don't really know how that's working yet. I'm waiting for some proper formal dates. And then, other than that, I've done a really different shoot a few weeks ago, which was all like London. So me in clothes, which is very rare, because I just wanted to try something a bit more fashiony. Obviously, I'm only 5'3", so I'm never going to be a fashion model, and that's never going to happen. But it was nice to do something a bit different than lingerie. And then, I don't really know after that. We're winging it. We're just going to see how it goes. The world is our oyster.
Then where can the people find you?
Have
you got any questions for me?
Yes. What have you got planned this year?
What haven't I got planned? I got so many flights, abroad shots. We just posted Tulum trip for models and photographers. Fiona's gonna be there.
I am. I'm gonna come.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be here. I'm not trying to shoot here. I'm gonna go back to 2019 IAmJadoreTV page. There was not a single London photo on there.
Yeah.
Every day I was posting something from another country and a different model. That's what I want to go back to.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I've just been in autopilot because
you lose focus.
Yeah, so I'm just like, my page isn't what I want it to be.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
some TLC back into
that. Literally, and just get back to flying and shooting.
Perfect.
Basically. Well, yeah, where can they
Catch
find
flights
you?
and not COVID.
Yeah.
You can find me, so my @name on Instagram is FionaGirlSoho.
We'll put it in the description as well.
And my OnlyFans link is in my bio. So
you can say that on here.
Like, comment, subscribe.
You can say that on here about getting shadow banned.
Yeah.
So,
right, thank you very much, guys.
It was a good episode, revamped episode, but Fiona's got to go now.
Bye, guys.